Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to actually be making the vegan spaghetti. So I want to show you the ingredients that I actually use to start. So these are the brands that are my go-to items. I have a little olive oil here and mushrooms, and I use the Stevia in the pasta sauce that I use. And this is the brand that I love. I love that. I love the texture in that. And I'll cut up mushrooms a little bit smaller than that. And I also have bell pepper, onion, and the Parmesan. Follow your heart, dairy-free Parmesan cheese. I'll use on top of it. And Gardein. This is my favorite brand. It's delicious. It's already seasoned really, really well, and I love this brand. Not just the beefless ground, but just the brand itself overall is very, very good. Um, I use the Stevia. Sometimes I use agave as well, just to add to the pasta sauce, just a little bit. And it's a no salt seasoning that I use. So I'm going to do onion powder, and garlic powder, and little paprika in it as well in my sauce. And also, um, today I'm going to use the spaghetti noodles, just the regular ones. I'm going to use those here. But also, there is also veggie spaghetti noodles if that's your desire and your choice, if that's your preference. So, in the vegetable broth, I actually boil my spaghetti noodles in the broth, in the vegetable broth, and I do that because I use a no salt seasoning, and the vegetable broth would give the spaghetti noodles a great taste without me having to add salt. So it kind of like offers a different type of seasoning as well. And so these are the things that I actually use to start. And I don't measure. I do everything by love. It's by love. And it's trial and error. So you have to get it to your desired taste, and as far as in the noodles, your desired texture that you like, and you find a sauce that is of your desire as well in the texture. Here I use olive oil and garlic brand, and this brand. I love that. I love that. That is just my favorite of all. So, and the thing about myself is once I find a brand that I really love, I stick with it. I very seldom change. The Follow My Heart is very good as well. The, the vegan cheeses are very good. Mozzarella is good as well. The cheddar is good as well. So once I find that niche and that flavor that I love in the brands, that's what I stick to. I don't change. I'm consistent that way, and I don't get bored with it. But those are these are the ingredients that I start with. So I'm going to show you step by step how I incorporate all of these, and we're going to make a great vegan spaghetti. All right. To bring your broth to a nice boil, you want to actually go ahead and cover it. So, and right now at this time, you don't want to add any. I don't add any seasonings right now. Um, any additional, and I won't for the noodles because I'm using my vegetable broth actually as the seasoning. So once this begins to reach the boiling temperature, what I'll do is I'll add the noodles then and let them turn the heat down, and then allow them to cook and soften up to my desired texture. Now that we have the vegetable broth at a great boiling point, what you want to do now is you want to add your spaghetti noodles in, and also if you would like, you can also add a little olive oil in to keep it from sticking. If not, then if you just stir and you constantly stir, it'll keep it from sticking together. But if you want to go ahead and add a little olive oil at this point, you just add a little olive oil, and then you just take your noodles like so, and you just begin to drop them in. And once you get them all in, what you want to do then is you want to cover your pot with the lid, and turn the heat down some, and let it boil to your desired texture. So what we have here is we have the vegetables already diced up. I diced these up myself. This is the size that I pretty much like for my the texture of my. This is for my meat sauce. So actually, what I'm going to do is I actually add the olive oil. You know, do this on a start this on a medium heat. So adding in the olive oil at this time because I'm going to watch and I'm going to actually stand here and saute this and blend this together. So right here, now that I've done all of this, what I'm going to do, as I said, I've added the olive oil. Then I begin to add my no salt seasonings. I'm right now adding in garlic powder like so. I'll probably add a little bit more. And I'm going to also, even though I'm using onions, I also add in onion powder for basically um, a richer and more fervent taste of onions. So I do that. And then as the heat begins to heat up the pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to mix those together and blend them together and saute them like so. Utensil, fork, or whatever you desire to use. And as I go along, I will add more seasoning. But this is what I do, and then I begin to blend them all together and push them all together. But then first, I just kind of let them start simmering here as they heat up. And this is the vegetables for my actual meat sauce, the vegan meat sauce. Okay, all right. Just do this and let them begin to soften up a little bit. Or if you like them a little bit more, like them crunchy, then you can kind of like just give them a blend over, you know, rotate them, turn them over, and then you can add your meat sauce or add your sauce as you go. But my next step is I'm going to add in my meat crumblers from Gardein, a beefless meat starter, meal starter actually. That's what I use. That's what I love. That's the brand. So we're going to let this cook down. We're going to simmer it and we're going to blend it all together and make it one great big combination. Yes. Okay, right here what we have is we have all of the vegetables that are sauteed and we have them blended together. I've combined them all and I've actually now added in my Gardein um, beef grounders, meatless beef grounds actually. And what I do is I have that separate as well. And what I do, I add a little olive oil into it there. And also I'm going to add just a little bit more onion powder and a little bit more garlic powder to add onto it just to give it just a little bit more seasoning on top of it. As I said, it's a desired taste that we want to go with. So it's trial and error. So that's what we're doing here. And then once that cooks and begins to, begin to cook up and get the heat going on there, then we're going to actually blend that in and combine that as well with the other ingredients. So that's what's taking place right here. Okay, what we have here is we have everything combined now. We have the beefless grounds combined, and we're adding in now the spaghetti sauce. And then on top of the sauce, we're just going to kind of let this simmer in. We're not going to combine all of the ingredients yet. I kind of let it simmer together. And here is where I'm going to add paprika on top of it. It's kind of hard to see because it's red as well. And also, this is the time where I add the stevia on top of the sauce. And what I do is I just add everything in and I put a lid on top of it. And then I just kind of let everything simmer together on medium heat. And then after it does that, I'll remove the lid, and then I'll combine everything together, the ingredients together. And then once I do that, I put the lid back on and just kind of let it simmer some more, just for texture and just for preparation and just to cook. This is what I do. And that's the way that I do it. And I kind of allow every ingredient to have its own cooking space. Like I separated the onions from the bell pepper, mushrooms, as well as the beefless grounds. I give everything its own time and its own space to kind of get all the ingredients and everything in together. And this is our final look for the meat sauce. Everything all nicely blended in together. And this is what it looks like when we're finished with it. And we're going to take our noodles and we're going to top our noodles with the sauce. And we're going to then add a little Parmesan on top of it. But this is what the final look is. This is the texture of it. Everything nicely cooked and blended in together. Great vegan sauce. Great vegan meat sauce for the spaghetti. Good. And this is our final look. This is vegan spaghetti. It's topped with follow the heart Parmesan. Delicious, delicious meal, delicious quick meal. Enjoy. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. My name is Elsie. Please subscribe and like and share. Thank you.